look so tiny. I'm like in the back.
My head looks so big. I can't even see. Okay.
We're gonna talk about boys, guys, today. That's what this video is about.
That was a bad idea.
Maybe it was a bad idea.
Let's talk about boys.
We're just going off of our opinions. We don't have a Japanese person here to say anything. So like we're just talking about what we've observed and
also like everyone is different.
Okay, so today we're going to talk about, we were talking about the other day how our like relationships are in Japan compared to our countries. In America, like we're very affectionate and we're very like, when it comes to like dating. Okay, so I'm gonna tell you a story. I've been watching The Bachelor in Japan. I'm a big Bachelor fan. American Bachelor, like American Bachelorette show. Like I love that. I love reality TV. But like I was watching The Bachelor Japan and there was zero kissing throughout the whole entire thing. And I was just like, where's the chemistry? How do you know this person is going to be like, you know, a good partner in life when you can't like touch them and you can't kiss them and you can't love them, like be affectionate with that person? Like if you're not affectionate with that person, you're about to propose to somebody. It was like a friendship. It was like you're competing for a friend. Like Japan is such a very innocent country when it comes to, but it's not at the same time.
That's what I wanted to say. Like,
love hotels, like sex shops. There's tons of porn stores.
People read porn on the train. Literally yesterday we were in a cafe and there was just this guy like looking at pictures of boobs. Like,
oh my god!
I saw a guy in the train that was looking at it too.
Oh yeah. And they have like no shame.
I've
like
never seen
they're
that.
not even trying to hide it.
One of our friends who was Japanese was saying like women don't want to show affection or have like sex. It's true, like the birth rate in Japan is dropping and like
and that's like a lot of like Japanese guys' opinions that like women just don't want to have
sex.
They
just don't want to do it.
But then that's not the girl's fault. That's like
exactly
always the guys that need to up their game.
Like there's two people involved, right?
Our friend, our Japanese guy friend was saying like, oh, Japanese girls just don't like sex. And I totally disagree because I feel like they do. The thing is like there's no passion between a couple in Japan. There's no like, I mean, I'm sure there are couples out there like that. It's not like everybody's like that, but culturally it's not a thing. Like there's no public displays of affection and like there's no PDA. I see a lot of holding hands.
But when I see someone holding hands, I kind of think it's different. Like it's not common. Whereas in London it's common, so you don't even think anything of it.
I think it's become more common, like PDA in Japan nowadays. It's still like there's rules in Japan to how you should do things and how even on like Valentine's Day the girl's supposed to give the guy chocolate to confess their love or their relationship. But like it's never like reciprocated. Like also in the Japanese Bachelor, like the girls were giving him gifts and cooking for him and like doing all these things for the man and I think it gets tiring and like there's no reciprocation, like there's no the guy doesn't do it back and like I think girls lose interest in that passionate side because they're always trying to please the man.
Or that's what's expected of them.
Yeah, but in America it's like equal. Like you should always, like if someone gives you a gift then and you're in a relationship, then you would usually give that person a gift back or you would show feelings back and I feel like there's just such a structure like in Japan and rules to how things are supposed to be and then like the declining birth rate in Japan is going down because there's like a certain time where you have to get married, where you have to...
You often see like mixed couples like where the girl is Japanese and the boy is like Western or like a foreigner, but you don't see that many couples where like the girl is Western or a foreigner and the boy is Japanese. Why? Is it just because like Western girls don't like the way Japanese people look or anything? But I was like, I think it's just because
it's all about culture.
Many Japanese men can't handle like a strong woman, I guess.
Because like no, it's true because westernized countries or like European countries, like their women are very strong-minded and they
have a temper. Like when a guy says like, oh, that girl is like strong, like it's not a compliment in Japan. Not necessarily. It's not a compliment. It's more like they're scary. Or
but even if we break down what a strong-minded girl is, it's just the same attitude and personality as a guy. It's like
it's just
someone
like
that
not
picks-
wanting to be a slave, like
like picks up after themselves, like does her own work,
says
like,
her opinion.
But why is that called strong-minded? I just say that's just being a normal themselves.
I agree, like in
not
the States
being
that's
submissive.
normal. That's like normal where we're from, but like in Japan it's just like the women are they don't really express themselves as much because I think they're kind of like deep down inside like afraid to step out of that box. But there's also a lot of like there's a lack of like love in the relationship. There's a lack of like passion, and like I feel like I need that as like an American girl. Like I need someone that can love me forever and says it every day, because Japanese people don't say it every day.
It's maybe a lack of love in the way that we know it.
Yeah.
Because then again, like so many people say like they show love through other ways, like not expressing it openly or anything, but that's the perception or the understanding of love. It's just maybe that for us we needed to be like more clear. We needed black on white, like yes, you love me, okay.
I don't know if you've read the book, or there's like a test online called the 5 love languages, and it's the way you give and receive love. So for example, the way I like to receive love, and also the way I like to give love. Giving gifts or receiving gifts, that's one way you like to show love or receive love. Things for the other person, so like cleaning their room or like acts of service.
See, so maybe like if Japanese like couples use like one of those languages and they understand each language and they're happy with each other, then maybe they don't need to voice it out loud if that's not one of the languages they need. But if maybe it's between two cultures, where in one culture you use this like spoken language a lot, for example, and then the other person is not giving you that, then it doesn't work. You need to speak the same language.
There's also a lot of like insecurity in relationships. I notice that a lot of women like are nervous or jealous or something, you know what I'm saying? Like there's a lot of places in Japan that men can go to talk to women, and they pay women to talk to them. There's like bars and stuff that you can go to that husbands will go and pay a woman to talk to him because he doesn't want to talk to their, like, communication is a big issue in Japan. I've been approached by like men here in Japan that were married and like asked out, and there was a time where there was a guy that went to my university back home, but I wasn't there at the time when he was there. He just kind of like found me through a mutual friend and was started to talk to me. He's like, yeah, we should go for coffee sometimes or something like that. I thought he was just being really nice and just a friend, you know, a friend. But then he kept like, you know, badgering me about it and like, why aren't we going out? I want to go out with you. I think you're really cute. And I was like, okay, I'm not interested and all that stuff like in that way. And then I found out like on his Facebook he was married. He had pictures. He had pictures at his wedding and like. I was like, oh my god. And this has happened several times to me here in Japan. Like there's been men that have been either married, engaged, or have a girlfriend. I found out in some way from like a friend or something like that.
Two people are in a relationship and the guy cheats or the girl cheats. It's not about the other person. That's not the reason why they cheat. It's about themselves and how they view love. Like their parents, have they had a broken family? Comparing to my
country, there's not so much like expression of love in Japan. I have a lot of guy friends that have dated Japanese girls and ended up breaking up with them because they were so paranoid that they were gonna cheat.
I think it's one thing which is what cultures find attractive. So for example, in London, most people, not everyone, find the curvy thing quite attractive, whereas here it's more of the slim thing, and also the fact that women should be timid and shy and
and cute and like innocent.
Too much. So the communication thing is like really important. They don't talk, they don't open up. They should just be very cute, you know, dressed really cutely and perfect hair, perfect makeup.
Like the thing is, like I feel like in other countries, like I don't know, I'm a physical person. Like I like to get physical with people when I'm in a relationship, especially like I want to know like how they are like chemistry wise. And like when I dated another Japanese guy not too long ago, and like just by holding his hand he was shocked. Oh my god, this is a sign like she loves me. Like that was just like that moment where he was just like,
what did he do?
No, he was just like, he just smiled. He was just like, giddy. Like
He's like, whoa,
I was
we're
like-
getting steamy here.
Do they understand love in Japan? Like, I know we understand
No.
it. We understand it because of like films, and we see other people being madly in love. But here, I don't know if they really understand the concept of love. I know they understand the concept of marriage and having to get married.
Yeah.
But do they understand that?
I don't know. I feel like
they have their own way of doing things.
Right, right.
And also I feel like just, I don't know, maybe I'm around weird people, but my personal experience here is so different from like, the stereotype and probably what most people are like, but like the surrounding or the people I am surrounded by are very like affectionate and very in love and
Maybe they hang around people like that. I think it depends on how you...
Okay.
Yeah, maybe.
Who you hang out with.
At work, for me, most of the guys at work stay at work so they don't have to go home and see their wives.
I've heard of that happening.
That's really sad in my opinion.
It is really sad.
Like, this is someone you're supposed to be in love with. This is supposed to be your best friend.
I also think there's a lot of pressure on getting married here too.
Yeah.
Like a lot of families are like, you need to get married, you need to keep the family name going. I also see like a lot of people getting married and like especially on social media, like you see a lot of people happy, having kids, you know? And then if you want that someday, you kind of get like nervous or like you should be at that stage. You feel the pressure everywhere. It's everywhere. Like everyone's falling in love. Everyone's at this point. I did date somebody, and I think he was like 28, like last year, and he kissed me, and it felt like a mannequin was just like
no movement.
There's no movement. There's nothing, and I was thinking like at this age you should know how to do it.
Well, maybe he wasn't very experienced.
I don't think a lot of guys are experienced because they don't do that stuff very much, and I just like. I don't know, like, I wonder what it's like as a Japanese couple. Like, do they, what goes on behind the scenes, you know? Like, what goes on? I'm curious about that.
I mean, there are couples, though, that are, like, together, but they just, they're not really physical with each other, I guess. I don't know why. But also, I feel like there's, like, Japan is just also a very single-oriented society. Like, you know, many apartments are, like, made for one person, or, like, food portions are for one person. And I feel like there's just also
a lot
many
of separation.
people that are, like, just content, like,
just being
separated
and being by themselves,
and they don't really feel the need
That's
to.
true.
I mean,
I feel like every time you date somebody, it gets better because you learn from those relationships, and even if you feel like a twinge of doubt, like you shouldn't date that person, because I feel like that's something that's the beginning of something that's not going to work out, and I'm glad that like I know that, and like I've been through like all these relationships, and I've found out what I like and what I don't like.
I had a discussion with my boyfriend about this. Like, apparently in Japan, if a guy and a girl do something together alone, it's automatically considered a date. Like,
that's so fun. I believe that.
But like, even if they're friends or they know each other from before, it's still considered a date. I don't agree, but like I know that's true.
Like not only in Japan, I think even in London, like if a guy and a girl were to go out, I think people would be suspicious. They could always say, "Oh no, we're just friends," but people would still be like, "Yeah, sure."
Right? Yeah, I know that's true in America too.
In order for it to be like
mutual,
it's mutual, right? Like if one person doesn't think it is, then it's not.
Yeah.
Right? I don't know. That's like, also that's just like really. Like bothersome to me, because then it's like so like against friendships between guys and girls.
I went to high school in Japan for like 4 months, and I would want to be friends with everybody. So like I was talking to the girls, I was talking to the guys, but the guys were on one side of the room and the girls were on the other side of the room. So I was going back and forth talking to my friends. I met Bobby in high school. And so we became best friends in high school, and like I was always talking to him, and everyone was just like, rumors. We're dating. And it's just like, can't I be friends with a guy?
Yeah.
Like, it's just like,
now that
like,
I know this, I just look back at things and I'm like, that was not a date.
Okay, we're gonna end this right here, and I think we're gonna keep talking, but we just wanted to film our girl talks because we have some interesting conversations.
Yeah.
So, okay. Bye. Hey guys, thanks for watching this video. I know it was a bit different than my other videos, but I thought it would be really cool to record our girl talks about living in Japan. If you have any opinions to share below, please do. We want you to join in on the conversation and tell your stories and thoughts. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel for travel and lifestyle type videos, as well as signing up for my mailing list on lovelizkelly.com. And I'll see you guys in the next video.